back here.
Oh my gosh.
There's a lot of our culture that's Caribbean and African Americans. We
Help me,
share and
Jesus.
engage because that's what we do as Black people. So what makes you think
Can you put
that
the
South
emotion
America?
back in the box, please, and
Can
have
I
a
do what?
conversation? Can you put the emotion back in the box and have a
I'm just
conversation?
explaining to you the flaw in your logic.
No. So I understand that they migrate and all that other good stuff, but the people that were enslaved, that was not their original culture.
But
Okay.
it is part of our culture.
Oh my
Just like
gosh.
hip hop, just like hip hop is originally in African, is African American.
Hip hop is
However,
originally in
Whoa, whoa,
Africa.
whoa, whoa. No,
no,
it's not.
I say it's originally African American. Keep up. It's
No, no, no,
originally
Mhm.
no, no,
African
no, no.
American,
No, it's
but
not.
Hip
it's
hop is American
widespread.
culture.
Huh?
Hip hop is
Yeah, it's
American
American culture.
culture.
No, it's not. It's African American.
Where did
So
hip
it
hop
was,
orig-
it
where
was
where
made
was
by
it?
Black people in America. It wasn't made by any
No,
other
no,
race.
no, no,
Hip
It
no.
hop
was
was
made for
started in
African
Found a
Americans. It
1973
wasn't made
in the
by any other
Bronx
race.
in New York, which is in the United States of America.
Not Africa.
It's
It's
African American.
American.
African American. Do you not hear the whole thing? It's African American culture. No, it's not white American
Okay,
culture.
so
The
what's
It's
Bronx,
your
New
not
York
point?
European
is not in
American culture.
What's
Africa,
It's
your
by the
not
what's
way,
your
Hispanic
point?
for
American
anybody
culture.
who's
It is
confused.
African American culture. Hip hop is African American culture. It's not Hispanic. It's
Same
not
thing with
white.
rock and
It's
roll.
not
Oh
Hip
Latino.
well,
hop is
too
not
It's
bad
none of
African
that.
because
It
you're
is
American
not
culture.
African
American.
American. It
So
is made from
what are you
African
No,
saying?
it's not.
sons. Yes, it is.
Okay,
No,
so
it's
what?
not.
Africans made it up. People who are from there are
No, they
descendants of
didn't.
people who
No,
are
they
from
didn't.
Africa made it up.
Because the original
People
two
who
people, wait,
are
hold on, shut
descendants
up,
of
shut up. The
Africans
original
made it
two
up.
people who made
People
it
who
up,
are descendants of Africans made it
no, they
up.
didn't. The original two
Yes, they
people who
did.
made it up, it was a black guy and it was a half black and Puerto Rican guy.
No,
The
he wasn't
original
half Puerto
people. So
Rican.
you
He was
don't even
half
know that.
Jamaican.
Where are you
He was
from?
half Jamaican, and Jamaican is not a race. He was black. He was black. He was from.
No,
He's
wrong.
he
So
is
what
of
was their
African
names?
descent.
So what was their names? What was
Cool
their
Herc.
names?
Cool Herc. You thought this was a game?
And who was the other guy?
African Barbada, fully
Exactly.
black. You
You
thought
didn't know
you
the
thought it
other
was
guy.
free. This is really my topic. What you talking about?
I said who's anyway. I said who's the other guy?
I
Yeah,
said
Cool Herc
African
was one of
Barbada and
them.
Cool Herc. They are the ones who pioneered hip hop, or who was credited for it.
No,
Cool Herc is the
no,
only
that's
one.
wrong.
No,
African
you're
Barbada did
wrong.
not start
You're
hip
wrong.
hop. He
Nah, stop. Nah,
the
nah, nah.
commercial song. He didn't start
He
hip
wasn't
hop.
Puerto. Even if you say Puerto Rican don't mean
Hip
you're not
hop didn't
black.
start with the actual
Being
music that
Puerto
you're
Rican
thinking
don't
of.
mean you're
Hip
not
hop
black.
started
Puerto
with
Rican is an
DJs.
ethnicity,
But
sweetheart.
you're
But
Hispanic.
they're
You can't
still
take that
black.
away from a person. It is what it is.
But
They're
they were black. They were still
they can
black.
still
They were
be
of African
Hispanic. So
descent.
Give
Being
them
Puerto
their
Rican does
props. They're
not make
Hey,
Hispanic
it's
as
not
well.
hey,
a race.
Grim,
How
Grim,
dare
Lady
you?
Grim,
It was
Lady
black
Grim. I have
people,
a
sweetheart.
question.
That's okay,
Yeah.
baby. Hip hop is
Let,
black
well,
culture,
I'll
but
wait
it's
for her to
okay if
finish.
y'all indulge. I'm not saying nobody else can indulge. I'm trying to get to the point. The
I have
whole
one
point of
question.
this stuff originates from people who are of descendants of Africans.
I have one
So
question.
I'm not so what?
Go ahead.
You
I
know
just
where
have.
Shane is is the descendant of? You are a descendant from somebody from Bliggity Blockland. That's where you're a descendant from. I hope the rest of your people growing up there all grow up happy in Bliggity Blockland. Anyways, that was a complete lie. Hip hop was not started like that. She has no idea what she's talking about. Moving on.
So my
I
question.
study hip hop. I just know she's full of. Anyways,
No. So my one question is this: were all people in America that were darkly melanated during the times of slavery from Africa?
Wait, what?
Were no, this is just a question for anybody that wants to
Yeah.
answer. Were all darkly melanated, aka what we call black, which is an adjective and not an actual ethnicity, race, or color? Were they all from Africa? The ones that were here during the times of slavery?
No.
Okay, fantastic. So now we're getting somewhere. So not everybody that's in America today that looks like this are descendants of slaves. Guess what?
Yeah.
Guess what? On my father's side, they owned slaves. They broke slaves in the Caribbean to sell to the Caucasian man in America. And they did that often. And then they moved to the mainland and became slave owners themselves. And on my mom's side, that's a whole bunch of Indian over there, a whole bunch of Indian. That's why I got these nice cheekbones and this square, strong, chiseled jawline. I get that from my mama. But so not everybody is a descendant of a slave. So nobody in America, unless you now live in America and you previously were a resident of the continent of Africa in a country like South Africa, Kenya, etc., and moved to the United States, that makes you a Kenyan American or a African American. Because when Mexicans move to America, they become Mexican American, and when Germans move to America, they become German American. You can't be African American because that's a freaking continent. You guys got played by Jesse Jackson and I believe Ronald Reagan, because Jesse Jackson coined the term African American. How are you gonna be a whole continent? Make it make sense. I'll wait.
That's what I always say. That doesn't make any sense to me. I always say the same thing.
I just wanted to say I do agree. Anybody can wear any style that they want. You know what I'm saying? Like all the origin, it's nice to know where it comes from and everything else. But at the end of the day, if someone appreciates it and they like to wear it and it looks good, why not? What's the problem? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
why gatekeep it or whatever? Like, come on, let everybody enjoy it.
You better preach. You better preach. Because if you go anywhere else in the world, because this is the issue we really have. It's not a race thing or an ethnicity thing. It's that we're not homogenized like every other country. Every other
Right.
country has one strict culture. Go to Japan, they want you to take your shoes off. They want you to
Yep.
slurp your food. They want you to do all of that. You go to Ireland, they want you to wear kilts. And then they want you to go back home and take that culture to where you come from because they want you to share it. They want you to because you're spreading who they are. But only Black Americans are, no, my history, you're taking it.
I look at it as appreciation.
So, hello, how's everyone doing today?
Hello.
I think I disagree with a couple of things that you said, American Lumberjack. I understand what you mean by the Jesse Jacksons and the race. I get that part. But African American was only supposed to define people of African descent in America that had descendants of slavery. They were trying to get away from the Negro and those type of the colored terms. That was the only reason why they came up with African American, from what I remember. Now you can tell me if I'm wrong or right about that.
One question, regardless of why they came up with it, based off of